In this video, we are going to consider the sine and cosine rules in terms of what they are and when to use them and how they differ from our normal sine, cos and tan trig ratios. Okay, so the situation is as follows. Previously, we might have considered trigonometry, but this was in the context of right-angled triangles. So in other words, we're applying our sine, cos and tan ratios to find the sizes of unknown angles and unknown sides. Where our sine and cosine rules come in is when we're dealing with non-right angled triangles. Okay, we're dealing with non-right angled triangles. If you have a non-right angled triangle, okay, and you need to find the size of an unknown side or an unknown angle, you cannot use these anymore, okay? You need to be using your sine and cosine rules. Okay, so what are the sine and cosine rules and how do they work? Well, for this, let's just kind of get up a triangle. Okay, let's label it A, B, and C. So this will be side C, side A, and side B. Let's just go through the formulas, when you would apply each, and then go through some examples of each of the rules individually. Okay, so in terms of our sine rule, let's do this one first. Our sine rule states that sine A on A is equal to sine B on B is equal to sine C on C. So in terms of our sine rule, broadly speaking, we apply our sine rule where we've got a non-right angled triangle and we've kind of just loosely dealing with two angles and two sides. Okay. Now, what's really, really important when applying our sine rule is that our angles and our sides need to match up. What does that mean? So let's just say I have this angle here is 45 degrees, and then this is side A. These two would need to be matching up there and there when we do our substitution. Okay, but we'll talk about that later in our next video. Now, in terms of our cosine rule, okay, cosine rule, this one is a little bit different, okay? This one is c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos c. Let's just draw a box around that. Now, when do we apply this one? Loosely speaking, we apply this one where we are dealing with three sides and one angle. Okay, that's important to recognize from the outset because it'll help us a bit later when we look at each of the rules individually.